Hi guys, it's Noi, and today I'll be ranking Wes Anderson's filmography. Now, if you know me, you know that Wes Anderson is my absolute favorite director, so I am overjoyed to be ranking his filmography today. So let's get started. Starting at the very bottom, we have Asteroid City. Now, I wasn't a fan of this release as I really thought that the whole existential point of it was very poorly executed. When I saw the movie, I saw it in theaters with my mom, and we both agreed that this movie was definitely not the best of Wes Anderson's filmography. Well, actually, it was her first time seeing a movie of his, but me, who has actually seen almost all of his movies, I could tell that it was, I don't know, it was kind of going downhill there. I didn't like I thought the alien had a bigger part in the story, and when the alien only appeared for like 5 seconds, it really confused me. Um, because what there was really no point in including the alien if it didn't really serve a purpose. Now, I have actually had discussions with people in my TikTok comment section about this. So I might rewatch it because they actually had some good points about specific things in the movie, but I don't know. I didn't really get the whole point of the movie, as I said, but I will give it another chance. Next up, we have The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Now, I watched this movie with my dad, and we watched it on a DVD player because I actually have the DVD for this one, and the quality of the movie didn't upset me. It was more that the movie didn't pick up in the first half an hour, or maybe the first hour even. The plot moved very, very slowly, and I know that most Wes Anderson movies do move at a slower pace, and they kind of go off, I guess, in the third act. Um, but there was just something about this movie that really bored me. I don't know what it was. It wasn't depressing. Um it wasn't like lacking anything. I think the movie was very meaningful. And like to be honest, I do only remember specific parts of it. I don't remember the whole movie itself, which I think says a lot when it comes to reviewing movies or just talking about them. So obviously, this one didn't really stand out as much. Up next, we have Rushmore. Now, Rushmore used to be, I think, my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I loved every single thing about it. I remember this movie front to back, really. Um, I do feel like I relate somewhat to the movie's protagonist, Max, because I, you know, as a writer, it can be pretty intimidating to write plays, and he's also a very ambitious person. I love that he got to put on his play at the end, and the whole thing, the whole storyline with him chasing after his teacher, that was hilarious. I think it's a very good movie. I honestly don't know why it's at almost the bottom of this list, but I loved it. I feel like maybe I put it towards the bottom because when you watch a movie over and over again, I've already watched this like maybe 2 or 3 times. When you watch like a movie over and over again, it kind of like it's not as exciting when you watch it the first time, but yeah, no, it's a good movie. So yeah, that's all of my thoughts on this one. Okay, up next we have Bottle Rocket. And um, I'm actually kind of ashamed, very ashamed to say that I don't remember this movie at all. I actually just had to look up the plot of the movie on Wikipedia and read it through to see what this was about. And I think only a few scenes popped into my mind. Like I I don't know why I don't remember this. I just saw that I rated it like a 4.5 on Letterboxd, so I'm trusting based upon that rating that I liked it. I didn't review it then, but that's not good. Okay, don't take my anything for this. But I'm assuming it was good. This is just terrible. Oh my god. But I do remember, this is something like based on actual memory, that they had those matching jumpsuits, and there was that scene. Oh, okay. There was that scene where they're I think this was like their final heist, that they're going in the hospital or something, and I just remember the end of the movie. I remember that they were who was it? Luke Wilson, that was back in jail or something, and then they're like waving to him from the fence. Okay, maybe it was I. That's the only thing I remember, but trust me when I say that this was probably good and I just don't remember it. Okay, now we're going to talk about movies that I do remember though. So let's go. Okay, so now we're going to talk about one of two animated movies that Wes Anderson has, and that is Isle of Dogs. Okay, and I loved the animation in this one. I do have a vivid memory of seeing the trailer in movie theaters, but I didn't actually see the movie when it came out for some reason. But I have seen the movie in more recent years, obviously, because that's why I'm talking to you about it. So yeah, animation in this movie is beyond spectacular. Okay, I honestly, it's not better than Fantastic Mr. Fox. Fantastic Mr. Fox has no competition when it comes to animation and stop motion, but something about that movie. I love the score, okay? The score in Isle of Dogs was I it was intensifying. It was beautiful. And the characters too. I love their journey. Okay, I know that I'm saying okay all the time and questioning everything. Speaking of dogs, mine is barking in the background. I don't know if you hear that. Um, but yeah, I think the concept is very original. Maybe it's not, I don't know, but from what I know, it's an original concept. And I think it's a very cute concept too, that the kid wants to save his dog from being on Dog Island. Next up, we have the Royal Tenenbaums. Now, I've seen this movie a total of 3 times, once by myself, once with my dad, and another time with my dad at an art house theater. Like, I guess maybe 30, 40 minutes from where we live. I have a photo of me from there because I try to dress like Richie. Anyways, so I love the Royal Tenenbaums. Okay, I think with every single time that I watch that movie, I love it more. Gene Hackman was amazing, and so was Angelica Houston. Is that how you say your last name? Oh my god. Oh, what a beautiful movie. And I think Ben Stiller really did take the cake for this one. His performance was just out of this world. I love that they had Hey Jude by the Beatles in the beginning, and I just love the whole ending part where like everyone gets together and Chaz is with Royal Tenenbaum and they're with the kids. I did like the funeral scene. That last scene was good. The entire movie though was fantastic. That's all I have to say about Royal Tenenbaums. I feel like I can talk about this forever and ever, but I will end up spoiling the entire movie, which I probably just did. So, yeah, let's go on to the next one. Next up, we have Moonrise Kingdom. Now, Moonrise Kingdom was my first love when it comes to Wes Anderson movies, meaning that I saw the movie and I was like, oh, now I get what people are talking about when they say that they love his movies. So, everything about this movie was so beautiful. I mean, the color grading, the dialogue, the costume, the production design, the story. Okay, the story was absolutely beautiful. I love the whole idea of like two little runaways trying to figure out who they are and trying to run away to kind of live life by themselves because they don't feel accepted by others. And you're probably hearing this and you're like, wait, that's not really like the plot of Moonrise Kingdom. They're running away to live together, but also that's kind of acceptance, if you get what I'm saying. Like, people are not accepting their little budding romance, so they're like running away to go camping and stuff, and that's so cute. Okay, so The French Dispatch is a movie that is actually in my 4 favorites on my Letterboxd page, so you already know that I have a lot of good thoughts about it. So I love that in this movie Wes Anderson tried to do something different than he usually does in his films, which he separated it into 4 different segments in a way. I love the segment where it's Benicio del Toro and Lea Seydoux. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry. When he's painting her, and then they have that whole gallery exhibition thing. I love that part, and I love Timothy Chalamet's segment, him and Frances McDormand. I love that part. I think this entire movie is perfect in every single way, because I do love that it's different. It's it's experimental in a very good way. And that's really all I have to say about it. I know I said I have a lot of high thoughts about it, but these are my thoughts that come to my head first. So, yeah, definitely watch The French Dispatch. And now on to another fan favorite. Okay, in second place we have Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now, I do love everything about this movie. I actually made a pottery tile, I guess, after modeled after the fox in this movie, and I actually I just attempted to make a like tiny version of like the fox for a pottery graduation cap that we made. So this movie literally means a lot to me. So it just screams fall. Okay, it has like great performances from George Clooney and Meryl Streep, and there's a lot of messages in there. The whole thing that all the foxes are just running away from their home, but they're all everyone, it just ends up coming together and kind of toasting for the safety of their animals, and everyone using, I guess, their animal powers. It was just such a beautiful moment in the film, and the whole Canis Lupus scene was also really lovely too. I think I saw somewhere that the actors recorded their like dialogue in stables or in attics to get a more realistic feel for the movie, and I really did like that too. There's just like obviously so many things that I adore about Fantastic Mr. Fox, like the soundtrack too. I love that they had the song by the Beach Boys there, and the whole bog is buns and bean, one fat, one short for me, these horrible crooks. I love that part, and I just love the animation too. The animation, as I said before, nothing can beat Fantastic Mr. Fox's animation. In terms of Wes Anderson's filmography, it's just such a beautiful movie. It's his best animated movie, and that's all I have to say about Fantastic Mr. Fox. And now on to the last, but not least, greatest movie of Wes Anderson's, in my opinion. Okay, so in first place we do have the Grand Budapest Hotel. I really did enjoy this movie. I've seen it a couple of times, and every single time that I watch it, I can't help but be mesmerized by all of the different like pastel color palettes that are included in this movie, as well as the chase, like the yeah, I guess like the chasing kind of plot that there is, that they stole the boy with apple thing, and then at the end where the whole war scene goes down in the hotel. I find so many things about this movie interesting, like the production design and the color grading too. As I said, I love the color palettes. I just loved the movie. All the performances here were amazing. I know that I've been trying to replicate that Cortisano chocolat from Mendel's there for a while now, and I just haven't found a good recipe, but I will do it. Yeah, the soundtrack here is always amazing. The score is beautiful. I've always listened to Mr. Mustafa while like doing chores and stuff, because it gives off such a calming vibe. Those are all of the thoughts that I have on all of Wes Anderson's filmography. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, I know I did leave out the Darjeeling Limited, but that is because I haven't finished watching that movie. I will talk about his short films that he recently released in a separate video, because I did watch them and I do have some thoughts on them. So yeah, as I said, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to follow my letterboxd, it is at the Noy Levy. And yeah, I'll put it down here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Mwah.